Hi, in this video we're continuing with key area 3.6, specific cellular defences, this time looking at the action of the T lymphocytes. So the T lymphocytes or T cells, these are the specialised type of white blood cell that will destroy our own infected body cells, again through this recognition of the antigen on the pathogens. And in this case, it will induce what's known as apoptosis or programmed cell death. So, if a pathogen has infected one of our own body cells, the T lymphocytes recognise the antigen on this pathogen, will attach itself to our body cell and release proteins. So the proteins that are released by the T lymphocytes, they will diffuse into our infected body cells, and this causes the production of self-destructive enzymes, the ones that will lead to the cell death. So it will kill our own infected body cells, but it will also remove it and kill the pathogen along with it. Then the remains, debris, can then be removed by phagocytosis. So because we're destroying our own cells in this case, it's really key that the T lymphocytes can normally distinguish between our self-antigens, so recognise our own body cells that are not infected and thus leave them alone, and then recognise the non-self antigens when we do have a pathogen inside of the body cells. So we need this distinction, what to kill, what to leave alone. But this process can go wrong, so failure to regulate this immune response will result in the T lymphocytes actually responding to those self antigens, leading to the category of disease known as autoimmune diseases. So, because these T lymphocytes are attacking our own body cells, breaking down, destroying those cells, thus we lose their normal actions or responses. So some examples of autoimmune diseases include type 1 diabetes, where pancreatic beta cells have been destroyed and we lose insulin production, or rheumatoid arthritis, where we lose the synovial fluid which protect bones. So some really serious health conditions resulting from these T lymphocytes mistakenly attacking non-infected body cells. Another concern around the T lymphocytes is in the infectious disease HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, as these actually target and destroy the T lymphocytes that are there to protect us from pathogens. So what you can see over time is a depletion of these T lymphocytes, which if it goes untreated, may lead to the development of acquired immune deficiency syndrome, better known as AIDS. So individuals who have progressed to this stage will have a much weakened immune system, so will be much more vulnerable to any opportunistic infections. So even something we would consider relatively harmless, like the common cold, can be deadly under these circumstances. Luckily, though, here in Scotland, we very rarely see individuals progressing to AIDS stage due to many advances now with HIV medicines, meaning many HIV positive individuals will remain undetectable and thus not be able to pass the virus on. So here are some past paper questions for you to try. Pause the video, have a go, and hit play when you want to reveal the answers. So the first question, you're asked to describe how T lymphocytes destroy infected body cells. So this is through causing the production of the self-destructive enzymes, or through the induce, cause, apoptosis, or programmed cell death. So you couldn't have accepted T lymphocytes inject self-destructive proteins. So the T lymphocytes release proteins which lead to the infected body cells making the self-destructive proteins themselves. So it's a little bit more removed from that stage. It would accept cell suicide as another way of describing cell death, but the answer must include the role of the T lymphocytes. So just saying apoptosis alone wouldn't be sufficient, as it's the action of these T cells triggering or causing that programmed cell death. The second question relates to the graph, which shows the concentration of the HIV virus in T lymphocytes in the blood of an individual in the years following a HIV infection. So, part 1, you were asked to suggest a reason for the decrease in HIV concentration during the first year after infection. So you will initially see a decrease in HIV because there is an immune response, so the lymphocytes or T cells will destroy most of the virus, the HIV, or the infected cells. So the T cells are attacking, removing the virus, removing the infection. So part 2, explain why the T lymphocyte concentration is decreasing between 1 and 5 years after infection. So this is almost the flip side to the answer above. So this is where the HIV is attacking or destroying the T lymphocytes. So initially these cells will be destroying the virus as it would in any other infectious disease, but because HIV specifically targets the T lymphocytes, it will destroy them and leading to that decrease in the years following the infection. So I hope this has helped understand about the role of the T lymphocytes in the adaptive immune response, but if you do have any questions, you can let me know.